Being raised by a male-centered mother is probably one of the worst experiences that a child could have. I'm sure there are many others, but it's definitely up there. Let's talk about it. I grew up around a group of women who were very male centered. My grandmother was born in 1940, so she was here before the United States gave women rights. Rights didn't happen until like the 50s, and she was already a teenager. So she raised her daughters to have this male centered mindset of abuse is okay as long as he's paying the bills, cheating, all of the things, do whatever to get the man kind of situation. And my mother took that overdrive. Let's talk about it. First thing was co-parenting. Now, my mother had me, and then she had my siblings 7 years later. When she had my siblings for a man who didn't want her. And he told her that he didn't want her, he didn't want the kids. Now, the only way he would consider having a relationship with the kids is if he was having a relationship with her, which is what I had to experience firsthand. Their relationship also included a lot of domestic violence, which I also had to be privy to firsthand because I was the person that had to walk my siblings to the police station when they both had orders of protection against each other. I was the person who was put on the phone to speak to a man and ask him why he didn't want to see his children. I was the person put on the phone to cry and beg him to figure out why it is that he wasn't trying to create a relationship with his children after the mother of his children took his children from New York to South Carolina. My mother put me on the phone to have that conversation with him as if it was any of my business. Having a male-centered mother means you're not safe. It means I wasn't safe in my own home because my mother would use me in any way that she could to secure a relationship with a man. So I went about my relationship with my siblings as if I was their disciplinary. I never had a chance to be just a sister. Now, when I'm not enduring one of my mother's horrible co-parenting relationships, I am having to watch domestic violence in different ways. Case in point, my mother gets a boyfriend who's a drug addict and a drug dealer, also an ex-con, moves him into the home with myself and my grandmother and my two siblings. And what is this man doing? Beating on her and calling her all types of names. Yes, he is. We're going to just say his name is LA because that's just as close as we're going to get to it. And LA decided that he was going to talk to my mother any which way while I was in the house. No, the fuck you're not. So I had to go voice my opinion about that to him directly. Okay, he fixed that. What do I know next? I'm being woken up out of my slumber on a beautiful morning before I have to go to work. For what? Because LA is beating on mommy. Oh, yes. My siblings come to wake me up to get a grown man out of the house. I must be exactly who everybody think I am. This is why everybody had to come up against me at once, because clearly y'all know something about me. I am the person that is called on when any situation is happening that needs a bigger voice. Why is that? Right. A male-centered woman, a male-centered mother would bring a very unstable man into her home and not care how it's going to impact the household. But to watch a woman allow a man who's not smarter than a fifth grader tear her down and then come to her college-educated daughter who has been doing everything in her power to assist this woman her whole life and try to disrespect her? And you think I'm going for it? You let men disrespect you. You let men abuse you. That may have been something that I did when I was a teenager. It may have even been something that I did in my early 20s. It damn sure ain't shit that I'm doing today. It damn sure ain't shit that I'm doing in my 30s or my 40s or my 50s like I watched my mother do. I'm not male-centered. And I had to do a lot of work to get out of the thinking. Oh my goodness. The perspective that you have when you are raised by male-centered women is crazy. Another thing that I experienced with my mother was her choosing poorly so she could have control over a man. So she'll get a man that is homeless, so he just came home from jail, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to make him live with me, let him live with me, and he won't be able to go anywhere." So you're trying to trap him. I've watched my mother scheme, scam, plot, and be upset at someone else for being able to have a relationship. The male centeredness that I've experienced when someone rejects her, how she wants to put sugar in their gas tank, how she is chasing down cars to get some child support papers across. The things that I've watched my mother do in order to receive something from a man has been insane. It's like, do you have no self respect at all?